Welcome back to P1 IMSA tutorials. In our previous video, we saw how we could use the sector time gaps display in order to compare sector by sector key laps of both our own car and also to another car. What you might want to be able to do is have the capability of being able to survey all your laps sector by sector. And that's what this display does. That's if you hit this third toggle here, where it says this is the speed, sector speed distributions that are less than 1 minute 55 seconds, where we're comparing the hero car and the number 44 car. So let me scroll all the way down here. So again, along the x-axis here, we have the sectors 1 through 8. And along the y-axis here, we now have speed. So the average speed is determined by taking the distance of the sector and dividing it by your sector time to arrive at the sector speed here. And so this allows us to sort of see how fast you are in various sectors and sort of compare them, normalize them so that we can compare them against each other sector by sector. And we're comparing ourselves with another car. So what these boxes here mean, this mechanism is called a box and whisker plot, and it's from a branch of math called descriptive statistics. They sort of indicate the meat of where your times are, or your speeds are. So what we can sort of see here is that the meat of where our times are is a little bit slower in sector 1 relative to the 44 car. But what's interesting here is, like, if we look at the speed trap here, sector 6, overall our average miles per hour there is faster than the 44 car, and likewise same happens over here. And as you might guess, you know, we can pick any car we'd like, so we can pick one of our other competitors here and see what's happening. You notice all these circles here. These are known in statistics as outliers. And what they are data points that are sort of outside some bounds of the norm for a spread of data around the meat of what we're doing. And what we can do is we can remove some of that clutter from our data here. We're doing a 1 minute 22 or so per lap. So what we can do is go here and change that to say, we don't want to see, please exclude all the laps which are, say, 120, let's say 8 or so. And we'll see a lot of those outliers disappear, and we'll have a smaller number of outliers. Anyway, so this allows us to gauge at a glance how well our car is doing sector by sector relative to any one of our other competitors that we like to choose. And again, we can do things like we can zoom in a little bit, we can adjust this a bit so that we can see things more clearly. Now, what I haven't mentioned yet is, how do we determine these boxes and these whiskers here, and then the outlier circles over here? We'll talk about that in more detail in our next video, in where we'll talk about how the box and whisker plots are actually made. So we'll see you in the next video.